Good evening, children. Today I will explain about electronegativity. 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 In last class I explained about electropositivity. Sir, what is electropositivity, sir? Electropositivity means the tendency of losing electrons. The tendency of losing electrons. So we expected what is electronegativity? The tendency of attracting electron towards itself. So not tendency to attracting the electrons, attracting towards itself means there is no direct attracting. If a bond is present between two atoms, for example, this bond is present between these two atoms, A and B. If A is highly electronegative than B, the two electrons are attracted by A. So this is called electronegativity. Simply electronegativity means the tendency of attracting electron pair towards itself. Okay, but electropositivity means just the tendency of losing electrons. So we expected for electronegativity the tendency of accepting electrons. So accepting means which will give the electrons. So if the element is in the bonding, it can attract those electrons towards itself. Okay, so there is no direct taking the electrons, there is the attracting that electron pair. Okay, sir. So here this bond is present between A and B, and if A is highly electronegative, it can attract the electron pair towards itself. Now, definition of electronegativity is attracting electron pair towards itself. Okay, Rana? So attracting electron pair towards itself is called electronegativity. Electronegativity is simply written like this, En. And electronegativity is nothing but non-metallic character. Okay. Now, variation in groups. Generally in groups atomic sizes increases. In groups atomic sizes increases. Okay, so which element attract the electrons towards itself? I think bigger size elements are not interested to take the electrons because it is already big. So many electrons are present in the big size element or big size atom. So that smaller atoms or smaller elements are try to attract the electrons. Okay. Right. In groups, atomic sizes increases, but smaller atoms are required for electronegativity. Simply, small size atoms or elements favorable for high electronegativity. Okay, it is very clear because small elements are try to attract the electrons. So simply, in groups, atomic size is increases, electronegativity is decreases. So variation groups, electronegativity is decreases. Because atomic radius is increases. Okay, sir. Next one, variation in period. Variation in periods. So in periods, atomic size is decreases. We know that. Atomic size decreases in periods. So decreases in periods means automatically last one having the smaller size. Then they can easily take the electrons. Simply they can easily attract the electrons towards itself. So in periods, atomic size decreases. So electronegativity is increases. So simply how can we write in variation periods? Electronegativity is increases. Because atomic radius is decreases. Atomic radius is decreases. Now, highest electronegative element in the periodic table. It is very interesting and very simple also, because in electropositivity, which element is least electropositive element? Fluorine. So that is highest electronegative element. So highest electronegative element is fluorine, and its electronegativity value is 4.0, simply 4. And the second position goes to oxygen. Remember this one. Second highest electronegative element in the periodic table is oxygen. Okay. Next, least electronegative element in the periodic table is cesium, because this is most electropositive element in the periodic table. So inversely, it is least electronegative element in the periodic table. Now, same application. Which element is highest non-metallic element? Highest non-metallic element in the periodic table? Fluorine. Least non-metallic character element in the periodic table is cesium. How is non-metallic character changes in the groups? Non-metallic character is decreases in the groups and increases in the periods. Just remember this point, all of you. Okay? Because electronegativity is nothing but non-metallic character. Electropositivity means metallic character. Simply in the total periodic table, metallic character observed in left hand side and non-metallic character observed in right hand side. Because I already explained that is completely depending upon atomic size. Atomic size. In total periodic table, for example, this is the simple sketch of periodic table. Simple sketch of periodic table. We know that in S block, B block, and F block only metals are present. But in P block, this side metals and this side non-metals are present. Okay, sir. So simply from left to right, metallic character is decreases, non-metallic character is increases. Simply, electropositivity is decreases and electronegativity is increases. Of course, in groups that is not a big task for us, because just identify the which blocks are belongs to metals and which blocks are belongs to non-metals means S, P, D. These three are belongs to metals because big size elements. But in these elements are non-metallic in nature due to the very small size. Okay, so these metallic and non-metallic characters are completely depends upon the atomic sizes. Right. Next one. Generally, for electronegativity calculation, some formulas are there. Formulas for calculating the electronegativities of the elements. Electronegativities of the elements. First one, Pauling scale. Pauling scale. For based on Pauling scale, we can calculate electronegativity difference, that is Xa minus Xb. It gives the difference, electronegativity difference it gives. Electronegativity difference between two elements, that is A and B. A is one element, B is another element. Then how can we calculate the electronegativity difference between the two elements? Okay, that is equal to 0.208 into EAB. EAB means I will explain minus 1 by 2 into EAA plus EBB whole power 1 by 2. Whole power 1 by 2. Okay. So here Xa means electronegativity of element A. Element A. Where Xb is electronegativity of element B. So, for example, one bond is present between two atoms. One is element A, another one is element B. So, this element electronegativity is Xa, this element electronegativity is Xb. But how can we calculate directly the electronegativity difference? By using the Pauling scale, that is Xa minus Xb equal to 0.208 into EAB means, that is EAB means bond energy of AB. Bond energy of AB. AB means between A and B, how much energy present in this bond? That is bond energy between A and B. That EAA means bond energy of AA. Means, for example, this is HCl molecule. This HCl molecule is formed by the HH molecule and ClCl molecule. HH means H2. ClCl means Cl2 molecule. When these two are combined together to give two HCl molecules, these two give two HCl molecules. So that before the formation of the HCl molecule, initially H bond H is present and Cl bond Cl is present. These two are first break their bonds and form a new bonds H and Cl. Right, sir? So this bond dissociation EAA indicates the bond energy of AA and EBB indicates bond energy of BB. Okay. Simply this is right like 0.208 into root over, this is power 1 by 2 is square root over EAB minus 1 by 2 into EAA plus EBB. This is the Pauling scale formula for calculating the electronegativity difference between the two atoms. Now, second one, it is an important one, Mulliken square. Mulliken. Mulliken scale. Mulliken scale, you can calculate directly electronegativity of the any element. Electronegativity is equal to ionization energy plus electron affinity by 2. We will discuss these two topics later, not now. IE means ionization energy, means that amount of energy required for the removing the electron. EA means electron affinity. Electron affinity means if you add any electron to the atom, it releases some energy. That releasing amount of energy is called electron affinity. So electronegativity is equal to IE plus EA by 2. Okay, this is Mulliken scale. But we can write this Mulliken scale into the Pauling scale manner. Actually, units are electron volts. Electron volts. Okay, in Pauling scale manner, just how can we write that? This electronegativity is equal to ionization energy plus EA by 2 into 5.6. 2 into, actually, sorry, that is 2.8. So 2.8 means IE plus EA by 5.6. This is important form. These two are important formulas for calculating electronegativity of the elements. And one more important formula scale is there, that is Allred-Rocco scale. In this one, we can calculate directly electronegativity, that is XA is equal to 0.744 plus Z effective means this is nuclear charge calculation 0.359 by R square. R means atomic radius. Z EFF means effective nuclear charge value. Okay, Nana? These are the important scales for calculating the electronegativity of the elements. Okay, Nana? Now, the importance of electronegativity. These are the very important. First one, we know that electronegativity increases in groups. Electronegativity decreases in groups. Decreases in groups means, for example, for 1A group, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. These are the elements. Don't forget the last element, France based is the radioactive element. So what is the order? This is the order, decreasing order. Based on, we know that in groups electronegativity decreases. So this is the order. For what about 2A group, sir? For 2A group also same order. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. Here also same order. Okay. Next, for third A group elements, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. So here also we expected this is the author. This is the author. But one small problem is there. The problem is gallium shows more electronegativity than aluminum. And also for fourth group elements, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. Here also we expected this is the author, but germanium shows more electronegativity than silicon. In these two groups only abnormal behavior is present. Now I will explain why these two gallium and germanium shows more electronegativity than aluminum and silicon. Actually in part periodic table we know that this is the shortcut of periodic table. Generally from left to right atomic sizes decreases. This is beryllium, aluminum, next one silicon, next one gallium is coming, and here carbon, silicon, next one germanium is coming. Okay, sir, but lithium, beryllium, next boron is coming. There is no intermediate between beryllium and boron. Similarly, sodium, magnesium, next aluminum is coming. There is no intermediate elements between magnesium and aluminum. But for here in this period, potassium, calcium, here scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, copper, zinc. 10 elements are coming here. How many elements? 10 elements are coming here. Remember this point. So there is no direct calcium to gallium. 10 elements are coming. 10 elements are coming means from left to right atomic sizes decreases. So atomic sizes decreases means potassium to calcium decrease. Actually we expected big size of gallium, but due to this nuclear charge, means in this orbit so many number of electrons are entered, because this period contains d orbital. Due to the presence of d orbital, the atomic size decreases. Simply nuclear charges increases. Once, for example, potassium 4s1, calcium 4s2, scandium 4s2 3d1. First time d orbital is introduced. Next, titanium 4s2 3d2. Next, 3d3, 3d4, 3d5, 3d6, 3d7, 3d8, 3d9, 3d10. Next, gallium is coming. That is 4s2, 3d10, 4p1. That is the problem. Due to this d orbitals, the sizes of gallium and germanium are little bit decreased. So if the sizes decreases, electronegativity increases. Simply it depends upon the nuclear charge. Okay, so actually for all groups we expected from top to bottom electronegativity decreases, but in third A and fourth A group elements this order is different. So remember all of you, gallium shows more electronegativity than aluminum, germanium shows more electronegativity than silicon. Okay, Nana? Next point. If atomic size decreases, electronegativity increases. Best example for this one, sir, Fe+2 and Fe+3 is given here. Fe+2 means iron lost 2 electrons. Fe plus 3 means iron lost 3 electrons. Now, which is small in size here? Fe plus 3. Fe plus 3 small in size. So, which one is, comparing these two, which one is having more electronegativity means Fe plus 3 is more electronegativity. Okay, the next one. Sir, if single bond, double bond, triple bonds are present, sir, between any two atoms, then which one shows the more electronegativity nature, sir? Here also, if only single bond is present, that bond length is more. If the number of bonds are increases, that bond length is decreases. So, if the bond length is decreases, means automatically size is decreases. So, triple bond shows more electronegativity than double bond. Double bond shows more electronegativity than single bond. Okay, Rana? Right. This is one more important point. Next, last one, very important. Electronegativity difference between any two atoms. For example, if you take a bond formed between these two atoms. Now compare the electronegativity difference between these two atoms. It gives what type of bond present between these two atoms. Simply, electronegativity difference gives the type of bond present between the two atoms also, right? So, if electronegativity difference between two atoms is less than 1.7, means the difference is less than 1.7. For example, this is 2, this is 4 electronegativity values. What is the difference here? 2 and 4. What is the difference between 2 and 4? 2 only. So 2 means it is less than 1.7 or greater than 1.7. That is greater than 1.7. If the value is less than 1.7, for example, 1.5. If the value is coming one is, the difference between the two elements is coming one is less than 1.7, that bond is called covalent bond. If the electronegativity difference between the two atoms is greater than 1.7, that bond is called ionic bond. So if the electronegativity difference is exactly 1.7, then the bond is 50% covalent and 50% ionic. Okay, Nana? This is about electronegativity. It is one of the important concepts in the periodic properties. Today I explained thought electronegativity concept. What is electronegativity difference? What is electronegativity definition? Variation in groups and periods. Electronegativity calculated scales. Next, these points. Okay? Electronegativity concept is also completed. Thank you very much now.